3-1 win over Crawley Town. Andy, let's go straight to the second half. What did you change at half time? Because the intensity in the second half and energy, I'd say you almost bullied Crawley off the pitch in the second half. So what was the difference?
Yeah, the message was like, I mean, it was 39 minutes before we made a tackle on Crawley, before we put our mark on any of them, you know, whether it was a second ball, a header or anything, and I was fuming with that. And then from 39 minutes, we looked all right. You know, we got the goal, but we started making tackles, started getting close to people. So it was a little bit of a volley from me at half time, just to make sure that we start getting a little bit in their faces and a little bit more aggressive. You know, and really, what I want to reiterate is that we're a really fit team. I don't think they should be underestimated how fit we are, and I thought that shone through second half. So I wanted to make sure the boys know, let's step onto this team and really sort of put them to the sword. And I thought we'd done that in abundance. And I thought, you know, everyone can say about we caught them playing out from the back. I think we done our work properly there, and everyone was disciplined and trusting that if one goes, then we're all going. And I thought it shone through second half, you know, very much so.
Just going on to that, was that because of the way Crawley play? They're known as a possession-based side. I'm assuming because that looked like a set trap rather than just a, you know what, let's just go.
A set trap. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, for me, if anyone comes against us and they want to play out from the back, it's music to my ears. You know, and I don't mean to have any disrespect to Scott and his team because they do it really well. And if we don't get it right, trust me, we get embarrassed. You know, and they play through us and we can get it wrong. But you know, when we're on it and we've got the legs and energy and the discipline of when we're going, when we're not going, and we're all on the same page, you know, it's going to be very hard to get through us. And they might get through us once or twice, but you know, sooner or later we're gonna jump on them.
You obviously must have been impressed with the reaction in the second half because I've known you to make lots of subs at half time if you're not happy with it, but you kept everyone on and then didn't make a sub until late in the game. So you obviously must have been impressed with how everyone reacted.
Yeah, I thought we looked from 39 minutes onwards. I thought we looked not a bad team. Look, the conditions were tricky as well. The wind down this end was tricky, so we couldn't really get to grips with it. It was important we didn't concede another goal, go 2-0 down. That was really important. And we could have, by the way. But, you know, second half, I felt like everyone reacted in the right way. Everyone sort of dusted themselves down and we went about it in a professional manner. Look, I don't want to get too carried away. I don't want to get too above my station because we've got to play Crawley at their place in a few weeks' time. And it's very important that we go to that place and we pay them the same respects and make sure we, you know, do our job properly against them. And like I say, they can embarrass you. You know, if Scott gets this team playing, they'll embarrass teams.
Just one final one from me. Right before the season started, I don't know if you remember, we had a conversation, I think it was in pre-season, maybe even before pre-season, and you said that you'd looked at the stats from last season and Bromley were actually better in a 4 than they were in I don't know if you remember that conversation, that they were better in a 4 than they were in a 5 statistically.
That's why I remember that stuff. Because my chairman don't stop telling me about it.
But you've gone back to a 4 in recent weeks and you don't look like you're changing it anytime soon. But what is it about the 4 that works so well in terms of the setup?
Well, I think the good thing about the 4 is when you have a 3, it gives you an extra man further at the pitch, but it causes you problems with teams when they just slide the balls in the channels, and then we get our centre half coming out of position. It's a little grey area sometimes. And when we're as a 4, you know, the fullbacks sitting there, they haven't really got no space to it, so they've got to try to play through you. And if you've got fullbacks that play like Alzar, Idris, and Marcus, you know, it's going to be a hard task to beat them for pace and positional sense. So you know that's worked. But we'll change again at some stage, Mash. You know, we want to make sure we're versatile with what we're doing. That was the real key conversations I had in the summer, that we want to just be not predictable of how we play, and we sort of address each team with what we think is going to be the right shape to beat them. And at the moment, the 4's working.
And that transition for Marcus, I said last one, but I need to ask that. Was he a right back now then, is he? Because you wouldn't know that that's a position he's learning.
Marcus, I thought I've worked with a lot of players that have been wingers, you know, attacking players, and they've ended up as right backs. And I'm telling you, he'll have a fantastic career. I know this club's looking at this boy now at right back. He's a serious contender. He's a very good defender. I mean, that's the surprising thing. You thought he'd be better off going forward. He needs to get better at going forward and a little bit more calm in certain moments, which he's doing and he's working on. But he's still a young boy, and he's really grasped the opportunity. You know, we've got a boy from Man City trying to get in the team, and he's kept him out. So fair play to Marcus, and